Have you ever noticed how elegant women always seem to be wearing the perfect dress for every occasion? They never look out of place, never look overdone, and never look too casual. The secret isn't in the price of the dress. It's in knowing how to choose the exact dress for that specific moment. Today, I'm going to reveal how they do it. And once you understand these codes, you'll never get a dress choice wrong again. And the first code is something that completely changes how people perceive you at any event. Technique 1. Learn to read the dress code. Imagine two women at the same wedding. Both are wearing beautiful dresses, but one looks elegant and the other looks out of place. The difference? The first one understood an invisible code that exists at every social event. Events have levels of formality, and the dress needs to match exactly with that level. It's not about looking pretty. It's about hitting the right note. Think of it this way. There's an invisible scale that goes from super casual all the way to ultra formal. And elegant women know exactly where each event falls on that scale. A formal dinner calls for a floor-length gown in a heavier fabric, like velvet or silk. A cocktail event calls for a structured midi dress. A brunch calls for something lighter, but still sophisticated. It sounds obvious, but most people get this wrong. Here's the secret. When you're not sure about the level, go one step up. It's better to look slightly overdressed than too casual. Wealthy women do this instinctively. For example, if the invitation says cocktail attire, wear a midi dress in crepe or silk, not a full-length ball gown, and definitely not a casual short dress. The mistake is in the extremes, but nailing the occasion code is just the beginning, because there's another detail that completely transforms how you look in a dress. Technique 2. Dress for your body type. Here's something almost nobody realizes. The same dress looks completely different on different bodies, and it has nothing to do with weight or height. It has to do with proportions. Let me give you a visual example. Imagine a straight, shapeless dress. On a woman with a naturally defined waist, that dress hides her curves. On a woman with a straighter frame, it only emphasizes the lack of definition. Now take the same dress and add a belt at the waist. The straight-framed woman gains curves. The defined waist woman highlights what she already has. Elegant women don't buy a dress because it's trendy. They buy a dress that works for their body. If you have a naturally defined waist, look for dresses that show it off. Wrap dresses, belted styles, cuts that follow your curves. If your hips are wider than your bust, look for dresses that add volume on top. V-neck lines, structured sleeves, details at the bust. If you have broader shoulders, look for dresses that create volume below. Full skirts, fit and flare, anything that balances the silhouette. If your body is straighter, without much waist definition, look for dresses that create that waist. Empire cuts, belted dresses, anything that adds shape. The difference is night and day. The right dress for your body makes you look effortlessly elegant. The wrong dress makes you look awkward. But there's an even subtler detail that completely changes the energy of a look. Technique 3. Use color strategically. Here's something fascinating. The color of your dress changes how people perceive you. It's not just aesthetics, it's pure psychology. Think about it. You walk into a work meeting in a vibrant red dress. People notice you immediately. You project power, confidence, presence. Now picture the same meeting in a light beige dress. You project quiet elegance, understated sophistication. Same person, completely different messages. Elegant women don't choose a color because they like it. They choose a color based on the message they want to send. Need to project authority? Navy or black. These are colors of professional credibility. Want to stand out at an event? Red. It's the color of controlled feminine power. Need elegance without drawing attention? Nude, beige, neutral tones. They elongate the silhouette and convey quiet refinement. A festive, celebratory event. Vibrant colors like emerald or fuchsia. They communicate celebration. And here's the mistake many women make, wearing the wrong color for the occasion. Vibrant red at a funeral. Heavy black at a summer daytime wedding. White to a wedding as a guest. There's an invisible color etiquette, and elegant women know it by heart. But there's one trick that elevates any dress instantly, and almost nobody uses it. Technique 4. Elevate the dress with a layer. Here's an interesting observation. Dresses on their own can look Incomplete, but add one structured layer, and the look transforms completely. Let me show you the difference. A black slip dress on its own can look too sensual for work. Throw a camel blazer over it. Instantly, it becomes sophisticated and professional. A floral midi dress on its own can look overly romantic. Add a leather jacket. The look gains edge and modernity. A basic dress can look underwhelming. Put a trench coat over it. It becomes timeless elegance. Elegant women rarely wear a dress by itself. They always add a layer of sophistication. And here's the secret of proportion. The layer needs to be a different length than the dress. A cropped blazer with a long dress. A long cardigan with a short dress. This creates visual balance. The layer also adds incredible versatility. The same dress with 3 different layers becomes 3 completely different looks. Black dress with a blazer, professional for work. Black dress with a trench, casual elegance. Black dress with a leather jacket, cool night out. One dress, 3 personalities. But there's a detail on the dress itself that most people completely overlook, and it frames your face. Technique 5. Choose the right neckline for your face. Here's something almost nobody pays attention to. The neckline of a dress is the first thing people see when they look at you, because it frames your face, and the wrong neckline can completely throw off your facial proportions. Let me give you some practical examples. If you have a round face, a V neckline visually elongates it. A high closed neckline makes it look even rounder. The difference is immediate. If you have a short neck, a deep V or U neckline exposes and lengthens the neck. A turtleneck simply makes the neck disappear. If you have a larger bust, V necklines or square necklines elongate and balance things out. A turtleneck adds unnecessary volume. See the pattern. The neckline either works with your proportions or against them. Elegant women test this. They take a close-up photo in the dress and ask themselves, does the neckline flatter my face or does it fight it? Because you can have the most expensive dress in the world, but if the neckline doesn't frame your face well, you lose elegance. And now here's the final code, the detail that separates an elegant look from a cluttered one. Before we move on to the next trick, have you ever imagined walking into a place and noticing people looking at you with admiration, and suddenly you realize someone turns to her friend and whispers, "Wow, what an elegant woman." What if I told you that you can trigger that exact same reaction? I created a guide with 15 strategic pieces that generate over 150 tried and tested outfit combinations that I've personally worn, and that get exactly those reactions from people. All you have to do is copy and paste exactly as I show you. These are combinations that make you look polished, even in jeans and a basic tee. You know that woman who always looks flawless, even just running to the grocery store? That's the vibe you're going to give off. The link to the guide with all 150 looks is in the pinned comment and in the description. And if you're watching on your TV, just scan the QR code on the screen. Technique 6. Balance the scale of your accessories. Here's the secret many elegant women use unconsciously. In any look, there can only be one star. Either the dress is the statement, or the accessories are, never both. Let me show you what happens when you ignore this. Picture a vibrant printed dress with a large floral pattern. Now add a massive statement necklace, plus a heavily textured eye-catching bag, and a shoe in a contrasting color. What happens? Your eye doesn't know where to focus. Everything is competing for attention. It looks like too much. Now picture the same vibrant printed dress, but this time with small, discreet earrings, a smooth bag in a neutral color, simple nude shoes. The dress becomes the star. The look breathes. It looks elegant. This is the golden rule of visual hierarchy. If the dress is a 10 in visual interest, the accessories need to be a 2. If the dress is too basic, then the accessories can be the statement. Elegant women understand proportion. They know that less is more, that elegance comes from balance, not excess. And this applies to everything. The size of the bag, the height of the heel, the size of the jewelry. Everything needs to be in proportion with the dress. Dramatic floor-length gown, a small, delicate clutch, not an oversized bag that wrecks the proportion. Simple minimalist dress, that's when you can go bold with a statement piece of jewelry or an interesting shoe. It's visual math. And when you get that math right, people can't explain why you look so elegant. They just feel it. So here's the truth. Elegance with dresses isn't about having money. It's about knowing these invisible codes. It's knowing how to read the formality level of every occasion and choosing the exact dress for that moment. It's understanding your body and choosing cuts that work with your proportions, not against them. It's using color strategically, knowing what message you want to send. It's adding layers that elevate the look and create versatility. It's choosing necklines that frame your face and neck beautifully. And it's respecting the visual hierarchy, letting only one thing be the focal point. When you start applying these codes, something shifts. People start noticing you differently. They can't pinpoint exactly what it is. They just feel that you look elegant. So, did you enjoy the video? Now I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments. What else do you want to learn? What topics do you feel are missing from this channel? Drop your suggestions below because I read every single comment and write everything down to bring it to you in future videos. And if you want to discover more secret elegance codes that wealthy women use, stay tuned for the next videos.